Good afternoon. Um, I'm going to kill myself. Yeah, I'm gonna end up doing it because I have nothing left. I have no one that I actually trust. I only trust, and I see that paranoia activity just going on in my brain. But how the fuck am I supposed to not be paranoid, you guys, when there's danger in the world? Like, I've lost my damn mind trying to figure out humans, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out everything just so that people could stop causing me pain and stop abusing each other and stop making excuses for why things can't change. And like, I want to kill myself, you know? And I don't want to kill myself. That's a very dark, scary, mean thing to say, but I just know I don't want to live like this. That's all I know. And like, it feels like there's only so much I can do to change my circumstances. I just feel like I just feel like I want someone to understand me, but at the same time I don't, because I'm afraid that when they see what they see, that they're not gonna like it, and it's gonna be something very messy. And the only reason I'm so messy is because I've tried to keep it together my whole life. I've tried to be so strong. Stronger than I feel like I'm able to be. It feels like I'm never gonna get myself back. And it feels like it's all my fault. I feel so stupid. And I feel like I hope none of you motherfuckers comment on my shit. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. I don't need to hear more. I just need to be heard. I just need my voice to be fucking heard for once. Why am I here talking on a fucking YouTube video when I could just be heard by my so-called family, you know? Why did I have to end up in the hospital? For someone to fucking realize that I'm in pain? Why does it take getting to that point for people to fucking take me fucking serious, for God's sake? Why do people minimize my pain so much and make it seem like it's nothing? When it's clearly something if I can't even feel my body, so... No more trying to keep it together. No more of that because I've done so fucking much, dude. I've done so much, bro. To the point where I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I just want to talk to my uncle. I just want to talk to him and ask him why he did what he did. And I want to understand him. I want to understand you people, but you guys make it so fucking impossible and you're fucking lying all the time and putting up a front with your passive aggressive. And that's why I fucking post my shit on here. Because you can't make someone change. You can't make someone communicate with you. I can't make you guys communicate with me. All I can do is communicate with myself and myself. And find people that I fucking trust. Which is hard because I don't trust any of... Yeah. Not with this. Not with this vulnerability. I don't trust any of y'all. You know why? Because I fucking give it to you guys and you fucking drop that shit like an egg. You just smash that shit on the ground. And not only that, you say, oops. 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 But when I fuck up, oh my god, it's the end of the world. Oh my god. No one's gonna save me. No one was gonna save me. No one was ever gonna save me. Because I wasn't supposed to be saved. I wasn't supposed to be in a situation where I'm supposed to be saved in the first place. I was supposed to be protected as a little girl. I was supposed to be taken care of. I was supposed to be treated with respect, with dignity. Not be all fucking abandoned and traumatized and then grow up and then all of a sudden like fuck you, like you ain't shit. Like figure it out. You're on your own. You guys have no idea how I've felt these past years. And I say years because it's been years. And it's so hard admitting that how I really feel. I feel so dirty. Most of the time, I don't even want to shower. I don't see the point. I really don't. Ow, my fucking ovary. I'm gonna turn the comments off because I really don't want to hear what you guys. I don't want, even if it's positive, that's like the worst. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to say I feel dirty. I just want to say that I just feel dirty. And I feel like I don't ever want to be seen again. I don't want it to be my fault for everything anymore. I'm tired of it always being my fault for everything. For once, I just want someone to protect me and tell me that everything's gonna be okay. For once, I just want someone to tell me that what I think matters. And to give me that dignity and respect I deserve. I know I deserve it. I know I do. Sorry, I'm being weird with this. I don't know why my heart is just. Whatever you feel is valid. Whatever it is. Whatever you feel is valid. All of it. I never wanted to admit that I was in pain because I didn't want to be shamed for it. You know? Who wants to be shamed on top of their pain? I feel disgusting. In my vagina, in my body, I feel disgusting. You don't even know. I'm making this video because for me, I needed to vent. And like, I fucking hate people, so I don't want to talk to anybody, but I'm making this video because if someone one day, I don't, knock on wood, if someone ever gets sexually assaulted and they don't know where to go and they get their therapy and all that shit, but they just really need to be understood. Because I'll tell you one thing: people who are sexually abused are in a different reality. So they're already gone. Well, it depends on each person, but like it doesn't at the same time because you dissociate, and when you're dissociated, you're not in the same page as everyone else. That's why you see people get distracted, and then they forget their children at Walmart, shit like that. I mean, that shit happens, sometimes. Not all the time though. I have to look into that. I have to study more. I want to say why I feel stupid. A, I didn't set boundaries. B, I feel like all this pain I I put on top of myself extra weight than I needed because I asked God to allow me to surf through the perspective of a person that's in a victim mindset, but to the like to a whole other level, to the point where I can heal the whole victim existence. It's like I have a huge resistance to being a victim. I have, well, okay, so I said, please help me figure out how I can merge the awakened people with the unawakened people. And what I mean by that is people who are still in trauma and they're still like me, but like at the same time, not like I'm talking about those people that are still in trauma, like they still are. I just want to be, I wanted to be a mentor. I wanted to be someone that someone could lean on. I wanted to be that one safe space that validates all parts of that one person. But what I didn't realize was I needed that for myself. And I just started realizing how much people need it. Like my sister, like everybody, I just started realizing that shit. I don't know if it's just me or if this happens to all of you guys, that you think like the world, or yeah, the world, or you, or God or the universe is punishing you. Because I feel like that sometimes. Most of the time I'm like in pain, and then I'll be like, fuck, dude, what did I do to fucking deserve this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take it back. I'll take it back. I'll do whatever it takes, but can I please just have Nylea back? Like, can I just have me back? Can I just have me fucking back without all these fucking hiccups and my teeth's enamel? I want it back. I want it back. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And this is a droid, so you can't even tell, like, but my teeth's enamel is gone. And that's because of all the eating I've been doing instead of getting therapy. You know why I didn't want to get therapy? I didn't want to get prescribed meds because that will dissociate me even further. That would just make the process harder and longer and more difficult. And then, like, many other reasons. I just couldn't believe what had happened. I couldn't even. Okay. I couldn't even contain what had happened. Okay? I couldn't even process what occurred. Okay? It took me like months to even conceptualize that I was abused. Okay? And right now, there's still a part of me that doesn't think that it was abuse. There's a part of me that's like, no, you knew you wanted that. You wanted that. You know you like being dominated. And that's the thing. I do like being dominated. But not by like not in that moment I didn't. Okay. So I am into like sex like where like I'm dominated. I fucking love that shit. But and like I did fantasize about being like raped before in the past when I was like younger, but I read online that that's normal because it's kind of like you're trying to recreate the situation. And on top of that, like I just always wanted to feel wanted, like desperately wanted to the point where like someone will do anything just to have me. Like I've always wanted to feel like that because I've always felt unwanted, like by my dad and by my mom and by my sister. Like, I just felt like a burden my whole life. I just want someone to just fucking want me, like, for real, though. And I think that's why, like, people want relationships is because they want to, like, have someone that wants them. They want to feel wanted. They didn't feel wanted as a kid or something, but all I know is I'm just like, oh, that feels good. All I know is, like, that's a hard difficult reality to carry for a year. Like for months I was like, imagine holding three, like what? I don't think you guys are ever gonna understand me, man. Like so I was living with, and then on top of that, so my aunt told me I provoked him, maybe unintentionally or intentional. The thing is, sex, like orgasm, like okay, when you orgasm, when you're raped or something or molested or whatever, and then you orgasm, what happens is that sex part of you, it dissociates. It's gone. And when it's gone, you can't tell which one you are, if that makes sense. You can't tell which one you are. And yeah, so you can't tell which one you are because you just you took the head off. So it's like you weren't there, but you are there. And so your sexuality changes, and and your perspective changes, especially if y- your mom, like my mom, she was super strict and controlled me. I lost a lot of parts of myself, so I dissociated even further from her. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a habit of dissociating frequently, like you do it easily because that was your coping skill your whole childhood, abusive as fuck. It's no wonder why I dissociated as soon as that shit started happening with my uncle. I was like, "Oh, this is happening. Oh, word." And then I was like, "Bet." And then I just boom disappeared, but I was still there. So it's like the Nylea left, and then the other Nylea came in. The sexual Nylea, the one that's like a freak, the one that's like a bad girl, the one who's it's her fault for the abuse. That's her. The one that liked it, the one that got aroused by her uncle touching her. The Nylea that was oh my god, there's just so many emotions, you guys, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. The Nylea that was in all those rehabs, the Nylea that had to be strong in her cuarto y quinto paso, the Nylea that had to be so fucking strong for her sister, who was crazy and yelled and shit. Like the Nylea took over. So the other Nylea, the one that's like sensual and pleasure and like la la la, I was just like kicking it with him. I was just talking to him, like vibing, like I thought it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like he had made me the tea. I was relaxed. I was like, this is a vibe. Like no way. I have a cool uncle now that I can talk to him about my shit, and it's not like frowned upon. Like cool. Like you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I can vent. Like bonus. Like You see what I mean? Where I that's the Nylea sensual, playful. And when he was like, Nylea laid down with me, I was like like in my head. See, I hope he's not watching these. But I hope he's watching these so he can know, what I felt, because he probably doesn't know. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. I don't fucking know. Okay, I don't care. But he basically said, "Lo, lie down with me," and like in my head, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't want to lie down with you, but I feel like I have to." And let me tell you something. I don't care what anyone says. I don't regret it, because regrets are for losers. Mistakes are, I mean, lessons are better. And for me, like in that moment, I was so scared, so I just did it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that fight or flight response, and I was like, so I just said, which way do you want me? That was my way of saying no. You see why I blamed myself so hard and why I couldn't acknowledge that it was abuse? Do you see why? Because it was, I did it, but I was scared. Life was hard after that. Especially with your aunt shaming you like you're a fucking whore. You know what I'm saying? It made me regret telling her. It made me regret a lot of things. But anyways, um, yeah, that other Nylea, the one that had to endure a lot of things as in her childhood, she took over. And then the other one was Nylea, the one that's like, I just was not her anymore. And that other Nylea, the one that had to endure a lot of pain and abuse and like things like that, she was there. And so we're just gonna name this like a clip